Well, g'day there traders and friends right around the world. It's James here on behalf of Pivot Point Trading, bringing you Thursday's afternoon market recap. Today across all three of the US markets, we saw another strong rally to the upside. The Nasdaq was up just over 80 points. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, how impressive, up close to 260 points on the daily. And to conclude with, we have the S&P 500 up just over 30 points on the daily candlestick. First of all, I wanted to say that based off our entries from the Pro class, you can see our entry here on the S&P at 2025. We have hit our target as at Thursday's trading. The same is true for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Again, we had a little trigger up around here. 17,836 has been hit. And for the Nasdaq, we are pennies away from hitting our first target in the overall market, around 4,755. This was giving us a very clear indication over the past week that we were basing around the support level, and that support was continuing to hold. This is evident across all three of the US markets. The same pattern, the same picture, the same sentiment, the same trader psychology is taking place at these pivot points. The charts are holding. The bullish continuation is in effect. We do not have any technical downside damage or critical inflection points done in the way of pivot points as a swing trader. Going through into some individual trades, congratulations all of those who followed my analysis on Netflix as at yesterday's afternoon market recap. Netflix today broke above our $415 price trigger. We actually hit our first target at $424.80. Congratulations on this trade. You all deserve it for those who placed it. Just a stellar trade setup. We wait for the daily candlestick to form. We trade and we break, of course, in a bullish gap. We break, of course, that earnings candlestick and we trade to the north side. You can see again we hit our first target at $424.80. Second target on this particular trade is $440.60. This is going back to more or past resistance levels or support levels, which are now going to act as resistance. That was the first trade which I really wanted to cover. Twitter again didn't really have any too much of a move. We're sort of just hanging out between our structures right here. There will be a trade this weekend in the pro analysis class. Tesla is starting to bounce. Are we setting up some form of a bear flag? I'll keep you updated over the weekend. Netflix I've covered. Halliburton is so very close to triggering. So very close to triggering. Keep this in your account for tomorrow. This could be, again, such an incredible way to finish the trading week. All right, if Halliburton triggers to the upside, this is going to move very, very quickly. GoPro today had what we call a bearish engulfing candlestick at a resistance level. This could be the possibility of lower lows in the near or short-term future for GoPro. Google today busted up $16.91. Now, with Google, I must confess we did not have a bullish trade on this particular stock. We were waiting patiently and diligently for a potential rollover, which was going to take place in this Fibonacci retracement box. Now, again, Google is broken out. It's actually at our ultimate target here at 537.80. It's going back to the swing high in late December. So when we start breaking the swing high in December and then we set up a lower low, so if we come back down and we set up that lower low relative to the low in January, then essentially we have a 1, 2, 3 trend reversal. What that means is that for Google investors and long-time holders of Google stock, this trend, which has been making a series of lower highs and lower lows, is effectively going to change, and we could see some higher prices in Google going all the way up to $615 a share. I'll keep you updated on this stock. One thing which I want you to pay attention to is that earnings is coming out on the 29th. So before then, it's going to be hard to place a trade. We will be battling time. Facebook again just continues to rally. Isn't this incredible? We get that downside break, or what appears to be a very strong break of this trend. What I'm looking for is a retest of this old trend line. If we start to fail at this level, it's going to be another great shorting opportunity on Facebook. FAS today had a pretty decent pop. You can see it was up $7.54. No real trade triggered on that particular trade. Caterpillar today technically triggered at 86.72. We do have an earnings announcement coming out on the 27th, I believe. Yes, it is the 27th. You can see it's appearing to break out of that descending triangle. Again, will we see a target at $90.17 hit before earnings? We'll soon see. Baidu today has a very interesting candle. This is what we call a hangman at resistance. So we're still stuck moving sideways between the Bollinger Bands, between the range-bound resistance and support. We haven't really seen a technical breakout yet, but we're still waiting patiently for that breakout to take place. Alibaba today, we had an aggressive entry at 103.51. Personally, I did not take this trade. I made that very, very clear to people over the weekend. 106.12 was my personal entry on this particular stock. No trade triggered yet. I'm going to skip over Baba. Amazon today continuing out of our 303.59. This was actually a surprise trade, which I missed out on yesterday. We were trading down here at about $291. I did not have this contingent order open in my trading account, and now I'm paying the price. Amazon today trading at $310. This would have been a $7 move on those Amazon calls. Congratulations, students in that pro class who placed that trade. Apple again today breaking out. Look at this. Above 111.52. It appears we're breaking out of this descending triangle. If you got into this, it's a very nice trade. Place your stop below the low of Thursday's candlestick and let this trade run. If you have any questions, email me success@pivotpoint-trading.com. Other than that, I'm going to render this video complete. And I look forward to emails coming through to my personal email. All the best, traders, for Thursday, or actually for Friday. Let's round the week out on a high. Goodbye.